Hola good people, welcome to this video and thank you so much for being here. On this platform we talk about growth and personal development. So if this is what you're here for, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you've not, and yeah, stay tuned. So the topic for today is passive aggression. Now let me promise you, you might have been passive aggressive at some point and you didn't have the term to define it. So I'm here to lay it bare for us and just help us understand and demystify what passive aggression is. When you are passive aggressive, you are expressing negative feelings, anger, frustration, annoyance, but you are doing it indirectly. And sometimes passive aggression can cause confusion or hurt. And most of the times hurt is what we are after. When we are passive aggressive, we want to hurt someone else, and make them feel maybe how we are feeling when we are sad. When it causes confusion, this is when you are trying so hard to be aggressive, to be passive aggressive, and the person can't see it. The Lord has blocked their eyes. He wants them to be happy, but my friend over here, you are toiling and they just can't see through it. So there's a lot of confusion. Maybe they think you need a timeout, or they think that you just want your space. So I'm sorry, but your effort is unrewarded. Yeah, so that's when it causes confusion. Something to note about being passive aggressive: you could be the one who is passive aggressive, or the person you are trying to hurt, or the both of you. When you are the two of you who are passive aggressive, that is a bit scary and bad, because you can see it from afar, you can smell it from afar, and you know how to respond. So probably you respond with being passive aggressive as well. Something else we should note about passive aggression is that when someone is being this way, deep down lies a lot of sadness and a lot of unhappiness. Yeah, and they could be doing this just to defend themselves, because this is the only way they know how to defend themselves. Probably this person didn't learn how to express themselves. Yeah, so they are doing it because they are uncomfortable, they don't know how to speak out their emotions. So yeah, they use the passive aggression route, and yeah, there are so many possibilities from that, as we said, hurt or confusion. We established that examples are very, very good for understanding things, right? So I'll give a few examples or how we can identify passive aggression from ourselves or the people around us. One way to identify someone who is being passive aggressive: they could be deliberately procrastinating a task they have been given. This is probably at work and you are mad at your boss or a colleague because of something they said or did, and so you don't know how to express how you're feeling, and you decide, you know what, I'll keep procrastinating. I know they've given me this task, but I'll hurt them by not doing it or pushing it. The other thing could be missing deadlines. You could intentionally miss deadlines to get back at someone. The other example is withholding critical information. I know that this one, some of you can actually say, yep, that's me. So probably you're someone is looking for something and you know exactly where they can find it, but because of what they did to you or what they said to you some few days ago, you're like, ata sikwambi, by the way, I'm not telling you where to find it, so you go look for it on your own. The other way you could be passive aggressive is giving sarcastic comments. My goodness, this is an all-time passive aggressive response. Let's say you have a roommate, they left dishes unwashed and it was their turn, so you decide to wash them anyway, and you stay without talking to them for some time, and then the next time you see them washing dishes, you'll be like, oh, you decided to wash, huh? You decided to wash. Now there's nothing good about that statement. Maybe the words look nice, but there's nothing good, because at the end of the day, the motive of that statement is to hurt them and make them know that you noticed they didn't do dishes when it was their turn, right? Now this last one is an all-time passive aggressive example. It's a classic: being silent or giving silent treatment. My goodness, you would be lying if you said you've never done this, because I know everyone has done this. This one hurts deep down. What are some of the effects of being passive aggressive? The two main effects of being passive aggressive is, one, you become unreliable. If you're used to procrastinating deadlines, if you're used to missing deadlines, if you're used to withholding information from people, you'll become unreliable. and people will not count on you for big tasks or a good responsibility. They'll just leave you out of things, right? Now the other thing is you could end up sabotaging a group project or a job project, and that is not going to sit well with your boss because you might get fired. So then how can we deal with it? Because we've established this is an issue that is bad, that needs addressing like immediately, like ASAP. Now let's sort it. The first thing we do is obviously admitting that we are passive aggressive. And the one thing I notice about passive aggression is that it's easy to identify it in ourselves than others, because for us, when we are doing it, we actually are aware. It's not something we do blindly. It's not something that we do because a spirit got into us and now we are we are acting without control. No, it's something you actually know when you are doing. So that's a good thing because you're able to identify, right? You're able to know that I'm actually now getting into my passive aggressive mood. And yeah, you can pick it out really quickly. The next thing is, once you've learned you have it, you need to be patient with yourself, because then it means you have to undo a lot of things, like how you were taught to express yourself when you were young. Maybe you didn't have those skills. And speaking as a millennial, that's not something that we were taught. We were not taught how to express ourselves as young people, as kids, and even growing up. It's at this age that I am learning that I can actually speak about how I am feeling. So there's a lot of unlearning to do, and you have to be patient with yourself because it's a journey, right? So once you become patient with yourself, you can take baby steps. You can start slowly, start where you are. And the first thing could be, for example, admitting that you are mad. Someone hurt you. Instead of going the passive aggressive route, you could let them know that you are mad because of, maybe you won't give the details, you just tell them, hey, I'm mad right now, let's talk later. And then now when you come back, probably now you have gotten the energy and the strength to express to them, this is what happened and this is how it made me feel. Yeah, and slowly by slowly you will overcome passive aggressiveness, because it's destructive, it sabotages a lot of things. It ends up in our own hurt and distraction rather than the person it was meant to harm, right? I know this video has been quite long, but I just felt that there was need for us to understand deeply what passive aggression is, because it's something that is happening around us every now and then. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this far, and please share with someone you think could learn and benefit from it, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.